All right, everybody, for the third and final video for Friday, we're going to go with which Scream movie had the best characters or best cast of all time. And this is going to be no surprise, and I'm going to tell you the Scream movie that had the best cast, hands down, is Scream from 1996. You have, of course, you have Nev Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, Jamie Kennedy. Unbelievable cast that you had in that film. I laugh every time because you have Jamie Kennedy, making all those jokes and stuff, and I just love how he goes ape shit in the video store. See, the police are always off track of this shit. There's a very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect. It's just hilarious. I love that, man. I laugh every time. I wish they would have done him justice more in Scream 2. I wish they wouldn't have killed him off in Scream 2, but yeah, I mean, he was one of my favorites. And, Rose McGowan, another one. I don't think she acts anymore, but, uh, ooh, Mr. Ghostface, don't kill me. I want to be in the sequel. I think I got that line right. I just love how she fought back, and I just love how she was the girl that didn't take shit from nobody, and that is awesome. And I admire people that are like that, especially women are like that. It shows you that they're going to stand their ground and they're not going to put up with anybody's bullshit, basically. So of course you got Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox, tough as nails, the baddest mother reporter of all time in movie history, I think. And man, I can't wait for the new film. I just cannot wait. Man, that's just gonna be awesome. But and then of course you got David Arquette as Dewey. You know, funny. I love the part in the film. I love the part in Scream One where um, Mrs. Riley, the mother of Tatum and Dewey, is knocking on the door after Sydney had gotten a call from Ghostface. She's spending the night over there at the Riley residence, and he comes running out in his underwear, has his gun in hand. It was hilarious. And he picks the phone. And he says, "Hello." I just love it, man. I love it. And then, of course, you got Matthew Lillard's, uh, comedic elements as well. I mean, the whole thing with him and Skeet Ulrich in the third act. A lot of that, most of it, I believe, if I remember correctly, that was all impromptu. That was all Matthew and Skeet's concept they came up with, because that was not in the script. So I thought that was pretty badass that Wes Craven himself allowed it to be kept in, especially when Nev Campbell rammed I think it was the umbrella into Skeet's chest. He had I believe he had like a heart surgery a long time ago, and there was like a tender spot in that area, and when she hits him the second time, she really laid right into him, and it hurt him. But just stuff like that, just magic. Made that wasn't even in the film. For a runner-up, I would say for the second best cast, I'm gonna have to say probably Scream 2. I really liked the addition of Jerry O'Connell and Laurie Metcalf. Love Laurie Metcalf, man. Laurie. But she looked like she was a really whacked out nut job in that film. The eyes get real big. Look at them eyes. You know what makes me sick is all this whatever. Let me see if I can try to reenact Mrs. Loomis's quote when she's telling Sydney. You know what? I'm sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of everybody blaming the parents. Why don't you blame your mother? If I got the quote wrong, hey, that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to react to the quotes out a little bit. But I remember when Tim Oliphant introduced her as the other killer. Of course, he's got that cut from the necklace that Sydney whacked him with, and he's like, Billy's mother. really good comedy in that one too, man. It was hilarious. But yeah, Laurie Metcalf, man, she's gonna go down in history as probably one of the greatest funny moments in that film. I mean, she wasn't supposed to be funny, but man, she really played psychotic. And you know, if I would love to see a dream match done. Mrs. Loomis versus Mrs. Voorhees. That would be freaking epic. That would be. But yeah, I mean, and you got like Liv Schreiber definitely was a fan favorite of mine going into this film. Him being Cottonwood because you only got a cameo scene of him in the very first film on the television screen, but he definitely was a standout in the film as well. Uh, I mean, you know, Gail Weathers definitely a badass once again. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait. Um, the Broken Arrow theme for Dewey was awesome. I remember that. I mean, I just love that. 90s, like I said, 97 guys. I love the 90s. You know, when I think of the 90s, I think of Scream 1 and Scream 2. But and then you got for like supporting characters, you got Joshua Jackson in one scene in the classroom. Then you had Sarah Michelle Gellar, definitely a great moment of her in the film before she gets killed off, or her character gets killed off. And then you get Rebecca Gayheart. She was also the killer in the first Urban Legends film. And then you get Portia Portia, I think that's how you say her name, Portia de Rossi. Basically, I haven't seen really anything else of hers that she's done in film wise, but I know if I remember correctly, she is married to Rosie O'Donnell. If I remember, uh, I thought her. I thought it was very very funny. Her acting along with Rebecca Gayheart was awesome, and then we can't go wrong with what's his name, Joel played. I think it's by Dwayne Martin. I think is the actor's name. I thought he was really really awesome, really funny. And then of course you got Randy back for basically a short time in the film. Uh, Acting was really good. Loved the funny moments, but I think Randy was a lot more funnier in Scream One. But you got to think too. After the events of Scream One, Sydney and Randy were pretty much that whole traumatic experience with the Ghostface killings in Woodsboro changed their lives forever. So basically, that's what happens. That's what happens sometimes in real life, guys. So yeah, Scream 2 definitely the runner up. Uh, that is it. Scream 1 having the best cast. The runner up is Scream 2. The other movies, the cast is okay. Uh, Not very. I would say not too much of my favorites. But if I had to have a standout for Scream 4, it's hands down Hayden Panettiere from Scream 4. Like I said, I'm super excited to see her in Scream 6. So and then my two new favorites, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. So there you go, Ice Go. But like I said, my favorite out of all the Scream films, it has my favorite cast members were in the very first film, and that is it. So let me know which one do you think had the best cast members in the Scream franchise. You guys already know mine. Like, subscribe, and tell me what you like.